Hey, first grade, this is math lesson 102. In math lesson 102, we are going to start measuring using centimeters, okay? Math lesson 102. You'll need your ruler and a plain piece of paper. So if you don't have those things, go ahead and pause, and you'll need a ruler and a plain piece of paper. By the way, the fact practice on this one was not timed, so you'll just do it to completion, and then we'll do our lesson. So do your fact practice for 102, and then we'll do our lesson, measuring with centimeters. So if you have your white piece of paper, we're going to fold it. I've got it long way, so it's vertical, and I'm going to take the bottom and fold it up to the top. Remember when my corners match, and if I hold it still, I will get a pretty good fold. Okay, when I open it, I have 1/2 and 1/2, but I'm going to keep it folded, and I'm going to fold again. I'm going to take this to the corner, and if I hold him, I will get a mostly straight. It's not perfect, but mostly straight. Fold there that now I can open it up. When I open it up, how many equal parts do I have? That's right, I have 4 equal parts. And if I have 4 equal parts, what do we call each part or piece? Yes, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. So here we have divided our paper into equal parts, and if you find it helpful, you may draw a line across the folds if you like. Okay, and so that shows us our 4 equal parts. Okay, now with our ruler, okay, we are going to draw a line segment in each of the 4 parts, okay? In the first rectangle, carefully draw a 4-inch line segment. Remember, a line segment has a beginning and an end. Beginning and an end. So you are in charge. Go ahead and give yourself a beginning point, all right? So once you've given yourself a beginning point, and I said a 4-inch line segment. So I'm going to line up. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. Take a glare. Okay. I've got my 0. I remember my hand that's not holding the pencil is going to spread out and hold the ruler. And remember, we're also not carving into wood. So just a gentle line across the top. When I get to the 4, I stop, pick up my ruler, and give him his end point. So that is a 4-inch line segment. Now, if we were at tables, I'd have you trade and check your neighbors to see if you agree that it is 4 inches. So if you would like to double check that with mom and see that it is 4 inches, that would be great. Okay. Now we're going to use the other side of our ruler to measure that same line segment. These units are called centimeters. Centimeters are used by scientists and everyone else in the world except for America. So all that to say, these are centimeters. Now we're going to measure using, well, if we look, how many centimeters? cm is the shortcut. You know, mathematicians love a shortcut. cm is for centimeters, and you can see that it goes to 30. There are 30 centimeters on this ruler. So let's measure our line segment using centimeters. Line up the 0. And what did you find out? Yes, that this line segment is 10 centimeters long. I can label it 10 centimeters. He is a long word. Now you know why mathematicians like the shortcut CM. C for centi, M for meters. Centimeters, okay? So that's our shortcut way to write it. Now, in our next rectangle, okay, you're going to draw a line segment 15 centimeters long, okay, 15 centimeters. You might want to give yourself a beginning point. Line up your ruler, and can you draw a 15 centimeter line segment? Okay, you might have a mom measure that and double check it, or a friend or a neighbor or a stuffed animal or a baby. There's 15. Now, because we have our nice shortcut way, this time we're going to label it 15 centimeters. Can you label that line segment as 15 centimeters? All right. Now, about how many inches was that line segment? So flip him back so that you're on your inch side. And if we measure him, he is about, 6 inches long. So 15 centimeters are 6 inches. Okay. Next, you're going to draw in our next rectangle. Can you draw, draw a 5 centimeter line segment. 5 centimeters. Give yourself a beginning point. Line up. Oh, woo! Make sure you're on the centimeter side. I had just measured with inches, and I'm glad I double checked. This one is just a 5 centimeter. Remember, fingers spread and holding. You don't have to push so hard. When you get to 5, stop. This is a 5 centimeter line segment. You might have mom check, see if it's 5 centimeters. That would have been your table mate checking for you, but we're not together, so a double check would be great. All right, now turn it to your inches side. What do you find out? 5 centimeters are about 2 inches. They match. Okay. Now, in the next line, in our bottom one, okay, you're going to draw a 20 centimeter line segment. So you better make your spot over here on the far left. Make sure you're on your centimeter side, and this one is going to be 20 centimeters. Woo! That's long. 20 centimeters. When you get to the 20, stop, pick up your ruler, and give him his end point. And we'll label that 20 centimeters. How many of you are wondering how many inches that is? Let's turn to our inches side, and what do you see? Measure it. Oops, measure, 20 centimeters are about 8 inches. Okay, 20 centimeters are about 8 inches. All right. Turn your paper over and draw a 13 centimeter line segment. 13. This is on the back side. Give yourself a point. I need to be on my centimeter side. You need to be on your centimeter side. Line it up, fingers holding, gently across the top to 13, stop. 13 centimeters. All right, let's use our shortcut way for centimeters to label it as 13 centimeters. And how many inches long? So switch back, measure, and you'll see it is, oops, sorry, a little glare. Yeah, about 5 inches. So 13 centimeters is about 5 inches. Okay, now let's scoot down a little bit. Let's keep it on the inches side and measure inches. Give yourself a point. And on the inches side, can you draw a 5.5 inch line segment? 5.5 inch line segment. 5.5. Pick it up and give him an end point. Okay, so that is 5.5 inches. Let's measure it using centimeters. So if we flip it over, yeah, 14 centimeters. Let's label that 14 centimeters. So, first grade, we've been measuring using centimeters. It's called the metric system. And what do you notice about centimeters? Are they smaller than inches? They are. Inches are larger than centimeters. We can fit 30 centimeters on this ruler, but we can only fit 12 inches on this ruler, which means inches are larger and centimeters are smaller. By the way, centi means 100. It takes 100 centimeters to make a meter. Okay, we'll be talking more about them as we go along, but that is now measuring with centimeters. Now, when you take a look at your guided class practice 102, you better start paying attention. What are they going to ask you to do? Write by your name and your date. That's right. Draw an 8 centimeter line segment. And then measure this line segment using centimeters. So you're going to have to be paying attention what way you're going to measure, with inches or with centimeters. So as you work through this page, you'll practice measuring at the top, and then you'll work that and double check with mom. All right, first grade. That was lesson 102, measuring with centimeters. See you later.